Today we're going to add a slideshow to your Google site. But before we do that, I want you to click on this link that says, "What's your spirit animal?" Take the quiz. What is your ideal climate? That means what's the best climate that you would like to live in? What is your eating style? Super picky? I'm going to choose whatever you put in front of me. What's your ideal vacation? I would like to lounge by the pool. What is your social style? You like hanging out by yourself with just one other friend? Small group of friends? I like a wide circle of family and friends. What's your love style? If you believe only one person on the planet could be your mate, choose that one. Soulmates, but you can have a few. That means there's more than one. Exploring my options, not sure. And this one on the bottom is the more the merrier. I'm going to choose exploring my options. What is your parenting style? This might be difficult if you're a teenager to think about, but think about how you're being raised and choose one of these based on how you would raise your children. What's your mode of transportation? You might not even be driving yet, so just choose one of these that most closely fits. I'm going to choose Magic Bus because I like the graphics. What's your ideal work environment? Whatever pays the most, working for someone I respect, working alone, working with a team, or do I have to work? I'm going to choose working with a team. If you were a pro athlete, what sport would you do? Not every sport is represented here, but I'm going to choose soccer just for the fun of it. What is your sleeping style? I'm going to choose I need my 9 hours, don't wake me. How do you deal with conflict? I avoid it at all costs. With compromise, we can work it out. With my buddies by my side, I can handle anything. I don't like it, but if you mess with me, I won't back down. And where's the fight? I'm going to choose I avoid it at all costs. What is your home style? I'm going to choose this really pretty picture because that would be a really great place to live right next to a lake. So according to this, the rabbit is my token animal or my spirit animal. I'm going to leave this open for now and click here. And then I'm going to click on the slideshow up here in the right corner. And the first thing I'm going to do on here is I'm going to select this text and type in my full name, first and last name. And then I'm going to change the period number to make sure that I have the correct period. And then I'm going to skip down to slide number 3. Slide number 2 is an index. These buttons actually go to each one of these slides. So I go back up here and it says the rabbit. I'm going to select that text, this one, and the first paragraph of this text here and copy it. Control C. Then I'm going to go back in here, click in here a couple of times until I get the cursor and paste that text in there. If the text doesn't all fit, you can delete some of it from the bottom. If you like the image that came from your test result, you can right mouse click on it or control click on it. Excuse me, you can alt click on it and select copy image. Go back here and paste it in here. If you would rather, go to a Google search and type in rabbit here. Click on images. Select one of these, whichever rabbit you like. And this is where I would alt click on this image and copy it. And paste it in here. Since it's a large image, I want to crop it, reduce it down. And I don't want all this white space on here, so I'm going to click right here to crop the image. And it's kind of tricky, but watch how the cursor changes its shape when I go right there. I'm going to pull this in really tight. Same thing on this side. The cursor is going to change into a double arrow. And then I'm going to get rid of this image and just have the rabbit in here. The other thing you're going to want to do is select Arrange, Order, Send to Back. That way, if you make the picture really large, like this, it won't cover up your index and your forward and backward arrows. Now that I've got all of this in here, I'm going to do the same thing for every other category. Favorite music or band or song, brief description, and some sort of photo that represents it. I'm going to go ahead and close this for now. I can come back to it later. And then I'm going to go to my Google site by clicking one time up here. Type in sites, sites, .google.com to go to my website. The other way to do that, the quicker way to do that, is to click on your Google Classroom and go back to this first lesson that we did, and you can click here and it will do the same thing. It'll open up your Google site. So I'm going to open this one. I'm going to select the About Me page. Over here on the Insert menu, I'm going to go all the way to the bottom of the Insert menu and select Slides. And since this one was the first, and actually in this case it's the only slideshow that's in here, if there were other slideshows, it would be the most recent one that you did up here at the top. Click Insert. I'm going to move the page up just a little bit, because what I want to do is I want to stretch this out to the right like this till you see those rectangles on either side of the image. And then from the bottom circle, I'm going to pull this down until those rectangles go away. Lastly, I'm going to click in the center and move this over to the right until it's about halfway between, with the same amount of space on either side here. And then publish it. And select Publish again. And then just so you can see, I'm going to click on View so that you can see the difference. So the nice thing about putting slideshows into a Google site is that right now I just have this one slide on here.
According to Wikipedia, a snipe is any of about 26 waiting.
So I'm just going to put something random in here, just so that you can see the next step. Let's say Boston. This was a band that was really popular when I was in high school, back in the 70s. This is one of their first album cover. So again, I'm going to put my cursor on top of this, hold the Alt key down, click on it, select Copy Image, go back to my Google Slides, open up my slideshow, click on the fourth slide down, hold the Alt key down again, and paste it in there. And then for the description, I'm going to say, when I was in high school, Boston was a really cool band. Especially their song, More Than a Feeling. So I'm going to close this and go back to the website that I've previewed so that you can see what happens to it. This is my published site, and it's not currently showing on here until I refresh the screen. So you can see that that information's been added in here. So that's how you create slides and put them into your slideshow and into your Google site and publish it.